unlimited mileage plus miles. You can even pay with Pacific Points at IT&E, Shell, and Foodies. Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's, offers fully covered loading and unloading area with individual pin-coded gate and door access. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
The KUAM Care Force present The Greater Good every Wednesday on The Link. This special feature presents interesting and informative interviews with community leaders and organization representatives to bring awareness to our residents and encourage participation in planned activities to celebrate. The Greater Good is brought to you by your friends at J. Goodman, a happiness company, and Guam Windward Memorial. Celebrate life.
The KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. The wait is over. The Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich is back for good. A truly unique and irresistible sandwich found only at KFC. It's 9:50, ladies and gentlemen, mostly ladies. Jason Solis. Good morning, Jason.
All right, Hafide, and good morning. Now, my friends, of course, we were talking earlier about the Prayer for Peace Mass that's going to happen. Once again, that's going to be at St. Anthony's in Tamuning this Friday at 6 p.m., but one of the core themes of that is to pray and to remember the greatest tragedy in the history of American history, that, of course, September 11, 2001. This is the 20th year anniversary, and even though our community is going through so much right now, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of fear. We must never remember, and that is the sentiment that we've all shared in the 2 decades now that have passed since that unbelievably tragic day. So my buddy Joe Rios from the Guam Rotary Club is here, and upon Joe's very capable shoulders bears the organization of this event. And Joe, you've been setting it up. We're very, very proud to work with you again. Last year was an unbelievable ceremony, all on Zoom. But this year, fortunately, even though we have to work in a limited capacity, you are going to give people the ability to visit the memorial up there at Two Lovers Point. And probably have a very emotional experience. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for what you're doing for the community.
Thank you, Jason, for the opportunity to talk about the ceremony. This year we'll have a in-person ceremony that is restricted to 25 people. So that was a challenge to really scale down and have 25 participate in our wreath laying ceremony that's scheduled for 8:46 on Saturday on 9/11. We usually have in prior years, pre-pandemic, close to like 100 people show up, and this year we'll have 25. That is in accordance with the governor's executive order for gathering, and we're able to to have the elements of our program to make up the ceremony, which will be from 8:46 is when the first plane crashed into the Twin Towers, and up to maybe like 10 o'clock, I would say, would be the length of the ceremony. Unfortunately, it's restricted to the 25 people that can be on site, and the park will be open. The memorial will be open to anyone who can visit afterwards to pay the respects. And you'll see, of course, the wreaths. It's similar to the one that's in the background that will be laid. And this year we will have a 5th wreath that is dedicated for Rotary International. Rotary Club of Northern Guam will present a wreath in addition to the wreath for peace, in addition to the yellow and white wreath that is representing the Twin Towers, for the red, white, and blue for Pentagon, and then the 5th wreath for the forest of Pennsylvania and the United flight that crashed in the forest there in Pennsylvania. So we'll have our program this Saturday. So it's something that we definitely want to provide, to the community. It was a challenge to get to this point because we thought maybe we could still have a ceremony and just have a private one to the Rotary Club members, and we're able to plan so that we have 25 participants to make our ceremony similar to what we would have in person.
And we're going to live stream that for you on the KUM News Facebook page at 8:30 on Saturday morning. Again, to commemorate the actual time when the first plane hit the World Trade Center. 8:46 a.m. is when it's going to start. And Joe, I mean, I've been very, very fortunate to have covered several of the 9/11 memorials down to various parts of the island, and specifically in recent years over there at Two Lovers Point. But I mean, it's, obviously, it extends. You've had the pilots union has reached out, and they said, this is a wound that for many of us, we still feel. That's one of our brothers in industry and everything. Obviously, police officers, firefighters, anybody in the armed forces who takes up defense of our nation. Everybody considers this, like an honor, and for many people, even a duty and a responsibility to go back there and thank, the people that gave their lives in civil service, like, again, in the military, but by no small means the civilian lives that were lost. 1,300 plus people perished that day.
Yeah, it's fortunate for us that we've identified a couple of survivors that live on Guam, and we definitely want to go ahead and put the word out that if there's any survivors that do live here on Guam, reach out to the Rotary Club of Northern Guam so that we can plan on having, participate in our ceremony, because, from the very beginning, we've been hosting this for 10 years now. And for us to involve the survivors, we definitely want the first responders to participate. And we have, of course, the troops that are being represented as well. So, the more survivors that we're aware of, we definitely want to include them. Our ceremony has first responders that are involved. We'll have a parade of lights that will originate from the Dedido fire station. So then you have the firefighters that will drive over to the Two Lovers Point, and then we'll have the Guam Hogs in that parade, and then they'll just pass through the memorial site, and then just leave after that, after the parade. The firefighters will participate in a sounding of the sirens, and it always gives me a feeling that, wow, this is something really serious when you hear the sirens for about a minute. And they're really always every year participating, the Naval Base Guam fire engine, as well as GFD fire engine. We have the bell tower that's over at Two Lovers Point. So then we begin the ceremony with bell tolls. So that'll be run for a minute. So we include elements of that to just help you honor, help you remember, never forget that the terrible attacks on our country back on 9/11, and we wanted to have that part of our community, regardless of the challenges that we have with the pandemic. We wanted to be a part of the community and bring it forth. So on our Facebook live stream, together with KOAM's live stream, we definitely want to make that available for those that cannot attend because of the 25 people restriction.
Very well. Okay, now Joe, last question, because we got to run at the top of the hour. But that picture behind you, is your virtual background. It's so beautiful, and no taking nothing away from the image, but it truly does not do justice to actually seeing the memorial in person in you there. Give us a real quick rundown of the imagery and just the constructs and everything, because there's a lot of symbolism in that memorial and everything like that. And you just go there, and as an American, I mean, you feel it. You feel the emotion. You feel the sacrifice. You feel the loss, but then you also feel the national pride.
Yeah, definitely. What you see is we at the memorial, we have elements of the 9/11 attacks. We have the Twin Towers that's represented there with the gray granites, and then you have the symbol of the Laddie Stone that represents the strength of Guam, and then the marble floor has etched the Pentagon and the forest of Pennsylvania that you'll see there. So you have a bench that surrounds the memorial. You're able to sit down and reflect. So it offers you that peace, if you will, because back in 2001 it was originally designed for peace, and then now we've incorporated the elements of 9/11 for this memorial that we have up at Two Lovers Point. I do want to say thank you very much to KOAM for all the support this year, Cowboy Enterprises for co-sponsoring the live stream this Saturday, and to Natalie and Lenny Calvo and Terry DeBold and yourself, Jason, and the team for making this thing happen, because the public will not be able to participate, and we definitely want to find ways for the community to be involved.
Oh well, sure. Well, the truly is or the honor is truly ours, Joe. And like I said, it's our duty and everything like that to bring this kind of imagery to the public, because it is certainly part of who we are. So thank you very much, Joe, and we will see you on Saturday. That's going to be the 9/11 Memorial. Now the 20th anniversary. That's going to be live streamed on the KUM News Facebook page. 8:46 is when Joe and his team will begin their program down there. That was the Greater Good, everybody, brought to you each and every week by J. Goodman. Quality products, the best customer support, and friendly service. Order online 24/7 at GuamGoodman.com. You can pick up in person, and Guam delivery is free. Order with confidence, because it is the J. Goodman way. And Guam Windward Memorial also brings you the Greater Good, because love is everlasting. To schedule a tour and for more info, call 688-6371.
It's 10 o'clock. We're KUAM FM, Agotni, Guam, KUAM TV.